Hopefully this should be working. Good, okay. Sweet. I spent like 15 minutes just now trying to get the mic to not die. Okay. So, where were we? Right, ES6. Forgot to ask last stream. What did you forget to ask? How is your results object formed? I've just defined an object at the start. Should I be... Well, actually I haven't given much thought to how I would reuse the thing. Oh yeah, I should probably think about that. So wait, I can use let, right? I think because let is ES6, isn't it? But for some reason the keyword isn't highlighted. I don't know if that's a bad thing. Let and const. Yeah. Oh, I am using const for the sockets. And I think those are highlighted. For some reason let isn't. Oh, is this something that you wrote? Oh, okay. Let's see. Function pass poll results. Results. Oh, this is how you would do it in ES6. Interesting. The reduce. Is there? I did watch one of fun functions videos earlier, which it was pretty interesting. I watched the one on iterators. What's this one? Oh, okay. You on that? I think I formatted it. Okay, so I probably need to format that to be more like this. Well, is this assuming that these option names will change? How do I refer to the second object? I mean, not the second object, this bit, the value. I guess I'm just stuck in thinking about prototypes. When I'm setting this value, the number of votes, how is that set? How do I refer to it? I'm guessing it this. Oh, okay. So this is just, you're just referring to this as results 0. Object entry. Oh, entry split an object into an array pair. Oh, okay. ES6. Objects entry method returns an array of given object's own enumerable property, key and value pairs in the same order as for in loop. Oh, interesting. You don't have to make separate properties, you can just make a pair. Pick one. Oh, okay. Makes sense. ES6 is gonna take some getting used to. Okay, so group option. Okay, wait, I need to have a reduce. And look at these pages. 15th of May. Hey. It was updated like 2 weeks ago. Ah, yeah, gotcha. They are good tools. Always up to date, which is good. Okay, so reduce applies a function against an accumulator in each element. Very left or right. Value. So you have to define the reducer, is that right? And it is telling it to add everything up, then the value becomes is set as the next. Okay, interesting. Okay, what's this doing? So oh, okay, so array is the same, but then you can also add an extra file on. Thing. Okay. Oh, there you go. You've got accumulator, name votes. You can add a default value to the accumulator. Oh, okay, yeah. And an initial value, makes sense. Also the accumulators type. Oh. Okay. Doing, I think. Oh, it's those arrow functions. Oh, wait, so the arrow functions are just saying after you've done this, after you've carried out or iterated through the thing. Snippet is a whole lot of useful ES6 functions at once. Yeah. There's a lot of new stuff here though. Well, stuff that I've glanced over but I just haven't used properly. I suppose this is a good time to learn. Oh, what's this? Hey, but text-to-speech program. It's my custom overlay. I'm making the overlay using a responsive voice JavaScript. I think there are probably programs up there. I don't know. Ah. Oh, this is cool. You can do it all in this. I saw fun function using what is it? How do you say it? Quokka? That seems really useful, but Quokka. Yesterday when I typed it in chat, it was read to you. Yeah, that's my custom overlay. I put it into my overlay. It's not a program. Yeah, useful. I don't think I can get it in it's an npm package, right? I don't think I could get it working. What do you call it? Animate. It's not a webpack or anything. There's no server. Yeah, thought so. Oh, it would be useful if I go back to VS Code stuff. I guess what's interesting to me is using these is when you use like dot entries and reduce all in one like thing. Interesting to me. Okay, is math? Wait, mathmax isn't a. Because I have math 4. That's ES5, right? Math is just. I don't know why I didn't think of using that before. Is the. This is length, right? What is. Is that an ES6? ES6 thing? The 3 dots? What is that even called? What are the 3 dots? Object spreading. Spread syntax. Allows an iterable, such as an array expression or string, to be expanded in places where 0 or more arguments or elements are expected. For an object expression to be expanded in places where 0 or more value pairs are expected. So what is this doing? Function sum. Okay, so return the sum of variables. Oh, interesting. Okay. What if you have, or what if you applied this the sum function to an array that has 4 objects, 4 elements? How would it just take 3? I hope you're not typing this on mobile, by the way. I wouldn't want you to go through that pain. Wait, can I run this in this? Oh, okay, good. Oh, wait, I just realized that this is... converting this to that. I was like wondering why there was this thing on the side, and I was like, oh, okay. I was like looking at this, and I was like, oh, okay, this is what I was just looking at, the accumulator thing. I was like, is it what? I want to paste that and see what this does to this. Okay, so that's that. Oh. Doesn't like that. Huh. You know what? I want to run these in a new first document, just because I want to see if these actually do stuff. Okay, yeah, so 6. And then what happens if I add another one in? Should probably rename these streams to Learning ES6. But you know what? Over the summer I can try and teach myself ES6 whilst I'm not streaming or unable to stream. And that would probably be a good objective. Okay, so it doesn't... well, it hasn't added... just 6. Then if you do... only takes 3 arguments? Really? Oh, just the actual function. But if I change the function then... okay, so it just takes the first 3 then. Well, that makes sense. It's going from left to right. And I wish I had Quokka. Maybe I shouldn't... do you think it would be beneficial to... I have VS Code on my... I've got a portable version on my USB stick. If, for the purposes of learning ES6, like... it might be useful to bring that up. I don't know too much about Quokka, though. Other than, it seems very useful. And that there's a free version. Oh, okay, well, of course. No, I probably should have thought. I can use that. Well, it's good to know at least it's ES6 is still working in what do you call it? Animate. Nice. Okay. That. Good. Okay, what else do we have here? More pushes, more math, global thing. Oh, map, right. I think I've... okay. Map objects holds key value pairs. Any value, both objects and primitive values, may be used as a key or a value. Map. Cool. iterates its elements in insertion order. A for-of loop returns an array. Running this, alright. Oh. This is already adding up to 10. What's that? Oh, okay. Also, I just learned earlier that I don't actually need to be putting semicolons down. This whole time I thought you did. I mean, I think there are some functions where you still need to. But it's not a hard and fast rule. Quite interesting. Okay, so v1 1. Oh, this, okay, that makes sense. v2 is doing 2 ... object spreading. I keep just calling it dot. Is the rest. So what if I did const a1, or if I did const a1, this. Okay, interesting. And would I get an error if I did a2? So if I start off with oh, okay, yeah. So this has to be the last thing. Hi, Arbiter. Hello. Hope you're having a nice evening, afternoon, whatever time it is in Argentina. If this is ... Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Object spreading thing has to be the last element. Currently 10:37. Oh. Expected you to be a bit more behind. Oh, then again it is 2:02. I'm doing well, thanks. I had a nap a bit earlier so that I wouldn't be falling asleep on stream, which has almost happened before. Other than that, it's been pretty slow, as usual. As you know, I've finished my semester, so kind of just streaming and doing nothing. Okay. And I think, what is, this is, the, what do you call this? The one where it's like, I know it's to do with ifs, it's like, something's null. Ternary. That's not ES6, is it? I'm pretty sure I've... What is it? Yeah. I'm pretty sure as well, actually. I think, because I've seen it in... Check at the bottom. Ah. Oh, okay, yeah. So it was a standard. Oh. It was implemented in JavaScript 1.0. Well, there you have it. Man, I don't think I've used these properly before, so this would probably be a good time to learn as well. It would probably make my if statements a lot smaller. Or, well, not smaller. Efficient. So, get the member. So, if true. Oh man, did you hear about Total Biscuit? Yes, I did. It's very sad. A lot of my friends and I used to watch them back in college. It's only 33. It really sucks. Don't chain ternary,s they make eyes bleed. How would one attempt to do that? Asking for a friend. Nested ternaries are great. Seems like an interesting article. Oh, like this? Okay. I have to admit that does look pretty complicated. I don't think it's a good idea to do that. It looks like... Ah, here we go. Syntax clutter. Yeah. RIP. Okay. Okay, yeah, so return true or false. Oh, and you can use 1 for true and 0 for false, I'm guessing. Makes sense. Gotcha. Okay, I'll add that to my 5 that I have at the moment. So have entries, reduce, syntax spreading, it'll spread syntax, object spreading, maps. Right. Okay. I've got to wrap my head around using all of these things together. Like this lined there's so much is happening in one line. Highest vote. Okay, so getting the max. Where does this end? Where does this... So... that ends here. object spreading. Okay, so you're spreading through, so we know that that's one whole thing. Okay, so going through, iterating through and the key value pairs of results, which would be this, you split it up. I guess that would be useful. I'm just trying to dissect and use these in context. I think I can kind of see what's going on. So array entries was key value pairs, right? And through array, right? So what you're doing here is going through each of these and adding them to a map. And how come you don't have to specify anything here? Or is it just because you're focusing on vote? Now let me take this. Oops. Oh god. Is that what it's doing? That's a lot of code for one line. Leave that space empty because ES6. Oh, fill it in for me. Because I don't need to waste time writing a name for a variable. Oh, okay. Makes sense. So what am I doing this for? So, yesterday I found out that I can actually use ES6 in Animate. Which will probably save me from writing super spaghetti code, which is probably bad practice considering ES6 is the latest JavaScript standard. So I'm just trying to familiarize myself with a bunch of ES6 stuff to hopefully write better code. I mean, I think I have around 2,000 lines of code. A lot of it can't be helped, like when I'm doing the animating. I don't think I can do that really any other way. But some of the stuff of like working out the logic would probably be made easier with ES6 if I can understand it. Turns out I can only split this up so much. That's alright. I'll try and take this line. I want to take this here. Why is there no... Oh, let me zoom out a bit. Const vote count array. These map votes. Option. Hold on a second. Okay, so option 1 Okay, so it's iterating through those, right? And then dot map is... Oh, I see what you're doing. Okay, so you're ordering it. Did you read up on reduce the map, you understand? Yeah, hopefully. Fun Function's got videos on those, right? I can just search for them. I think I saw one on arrow functions, so that'll be useful to look at. He has a really interesting presenting style, which I quite like. This one says 2 on option 4. Is that just a typo? Oh, okay. It's fine. I was just wondering. But, so... Option 1, 2, 3, and 4 already... This line is already in order though. Like, so what happens if this was, say, 1... and this was, I don't know, higher, like this was 2, so it'd be 1, 1, 2, 1. That would still order it, is that right? And then the option names would still be attached. Oh, okay, so it's not... Oh, okay, so I just misunderstood what this was doing. Because this was in order, so I was assuming this was, like, sorting it or something. It's not sorting it, it's just making an array, and then it's going through this array and picking the highest vote. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha, okay. I think it's just because, yeah, what my function was doing was sorting it, so this is slightly a different approach, but obviously more efficient. How was I doing it? I was taking the string, I was checking if I was checking how many options there were, then enabling the option to appear, then finding where is it? Oh, here. Oh no, is this it? Where was I sorting? End poll timer. Oh yeah, that's right. So after the timer ended, sort the object by values. And I had this long spaghetti code, which I realized I could have taken chunks out, and I could have just compared the first object, the first value to the last value, and if the first value equals the last value, then it must also equal all of the values in between, I think, because if it's sorted, then it should be on a range. So, but let's see. What was I doing here? I was getting results, and I wanted to see Oops. Probably put that. Wait, what? Oh. Why doesn't this have... Oh, it's because I'm probably zoomed in a bunch. Oh, you can split these already. Wait, oh. Display results? Oh, I'm not evaluating anything. Rip. Okay. Okay, so that makes more sense to me. Oh wait, it's the same code with your comments ended. Thanks. That's really useful. That's okay, so that's... Oh, you split the that line up into two separate things. If you put it in Pastebin. Oh. JSBin. Object. Okay, so it returns an object type win with the number of votes. Interesting. This reminds me of... Oh, it's like a mini payload type thing. That's really cool. Okay, so I'm guessing it returns draws then, if there's 2 and 2. Damn, that's super cool. Very efficient. It works with more than 4 options. Ah. I think I only have space for 4. I don't know. It's just because of how I've got the text on the thing. I don't know if I can... I probably could make it super... I could probably make it dynamic, but... Well, I guess I could. I'll see. That's super cool. This makes everything a lot more efficient. Need to learn to code like this. Curious to see what would happen if I put this into Able. Fakes. You see a coding mistake. Oh, what's that? And dirty. 3. Oh, okay. Highest vote. And did people vote? Wait, what? Oh, did people vote is more than 0. Okay. Line 21. I've already defined highest vote is greater than 0. Okay. I'm guessing that was just for readability then. Wait. Oh, okay. So the ternary that is happening here is winning options. Or it returns an empty array. Ah, interesting. None. That's right, I copy and pasted. Is it not? Oh, it's... Is it just this? Alright. Okay. Yeah, I thought you were just, okay. Got the... Now if I remove this... Okay. Wait, if I just remove this... Find... It's definitely throwing me an error. This can cause problems because you can't access an index and an undefined element. Okay. Make options into options, winning option. What is that doing now? I make that 1. It's still evaluating. Yeah. It's because I already set winning options to default at... Oh yeah, so you did. Ah. You wanna try something? Alright. I'm gonna take a look at some of these. Reduce. The terminal on line 33 is completely redundant. Is that because of your line 20? No. How is that? Yeah, that's what I was looking at, the win and draw. Because, wait, winning options equals empty array, so then, wait, that should be, did people vote? Oh no, it's not empty array, you're just making an empty array and then filling it with stuff, or it's nothing. Then you already checked if people voted. Alright, I see. So you already did a bunch of stuff back here, so you literally only needed to return the winning options, and the winning options was also the drawing options. Well, I think. I wonder if there's like ES6 like, I'm just looking at my phone. ES6 like online questions and stuff. That would be cool for practicing. So features. Constants. Constants which cannot be reassigned to new content. This only makes a variable self-immutable, not the assigned content. For instance, content is an object, means the object itself will be altered. Okay. Syntactic sugar. I've seen this term before. What does it mean? Is that just... syntactic sugar. Computer science. Syntactic sugar is a syntax within a programming language that is designed to make things easier to read or to express the language, quote unquote, sweeter. Okay, that's nice. Juiced. Oh. Block scope variables. Okay, yeah, so let is just for defining a variable within a block. That's the whole scope thing. I wonder if, does let, can I use let? Because it doesn't highlight the thing. Invalid or unexpected token. Only difference is comps doesn't let you redefine. Oops, why did I write that? That should be A. I'm worried that it's not being highlighted. Oh, okay, so that's fine. Functions. This is the way. I didn't really have to use this. But that's interesting. So you can actually have clear functions within functions instead of creating a weirdly more expressive closure syntax. Ding. Okay, yeah, I've seen that. Wait, map was in ES5. Interesting. Daemon bodies. That makes sense. I think I've done this for the Streamlabs socket snippet. Lexical this. This dot nums. Oh, this is what I'm doing at the moment. I did var root equals this, but that's I think that could just be a canvas thing because Adobe Animate has problems with scoping certain things. I'm not sure. Import into the default values. Oh. This is cool. Template literals were originally named template strings in the drafts. Okay. So if I oh no, because that's the object is what do you call it? A key value pair. I wouldn't be able to use this if I was saying option 1 with this many votes, for example. Or could I? Template editors also allow you to write multiple normal strings you can only write on a single line. Oh right, yeah, because of the back quote. Is that right? Oh yeah, there's a new line thing there. I can use back quotes. Nice. Oh, and that would make gets a bit easier probably. Well, I should probably keep that in mind for when I'm getting stuff. Just the raw. Oh, this is completely new. There's no equivalent in ES5 string. Extended draw is probably not useful for doing. Oh, this might have been useful in my emoji stuff. Array mapping. So have a list in both. What is this doing? Wait. Oh, I just need. How do I? Wait. Do I need this? That doesn't seem right. That's supposed to be a comment. What is this doing? That's no, there's no comment there. Intuitive and flexible destructuring of arrays into individual assignment variables during assignment. Predict matching. There's a lot of stuff. Oh, classes, that's the kind of the big one that I saw. No need prototyping, just use a class. I think I used prototypes when I was first starting out, or when I was making a message queue, I had prototypes for adding to the queue and removing, and now I've kind of just ended up using arrays. Twitch mobile sucks. I thought you were on desktop. You switched to mobile now. Yeah, it does suck. I think if it just disconnects for like 2 seconds or something, it doesn't reconnect. It really sucks, because sometimes when you're sending messages, it doesn't go through at all. Hopefully you should be able to see on the screen if it doesn't go through. Oh, you're reading that now. Alright. There it is. Well, let me go back through. Okay, so we know that can obviously be it. Some of these other snippets I've used are already ES6. Oh, no, actually, no. That's just ternaries and Mathfloor. I don't think I have actually any. Oh, probably the socket snippet I used, ES6, but that's just an arrow function. Just trying to think of. Oh, this could probably be changed. I don't know if I'm willing to though, because it's quite a lot. This is just this is where I'm passing the message type of the queue. So every time I have an alert, I send it to the queue and it checks messages. So it checks if there's what does it do? If there's messages in the message queue and there's no alert playing, then dispatch an item from the queue. So then it checks the message type, which is the first variable of the array, and depending on what alert it is, it sends it to the appropriate alert along with any other variables in the array. So for instance, the follow alert only has a follow name, whereas a sub might have the name, which is measured data, months, and sub message. And recently I've started adding these custom events, like the YouTube shoutout and the poll event. Oh, I should probably fix this actually. So right now, what's happening is the message queue, if there's messages in the message queue but there's an alert already playing, it will time out 2 seconds and loop back, check messages, and then it'll also say there's something already playing, waiting 2 seconds. But it adds up. If there's multiple, how do I say this? If there's multiple events waiting, it will say waiting 2 seconds twice. It'll say it once for each event, which probably I don't think it's breaking anything, but it would probably be useful for debugging purposes at least, to only make it say it once, just so it doesn't clutter up the console. But the problem is, I make it check messages as soon as the alert comes in. So I guess I could just disable, not make it not write to console. But I'm worried that, I don't know, it's using up a bunch of threads or something. I don't know. JavaScript doesn't have threads. I guess what I could do is make like a clock thing that runs once every second and says how many things there are in the queue, or every 2 seconds. And that would give it the status. Set interval. Oh yeah. That's the thing. I could give it like a flag. I could say, oh no. Well, all I would need to do is say if the message queue is greater than 0, then obviously that means that there's still things waiting in the queue. So I could set interval to no, because then I can't have it in the same function as check messages, because the other these events they call check messages, so it only end up making a bunch of set interval. Maybe I could set interval with a flag, and it would check the message queue independently, so I wouldn't have it in the same function. That probably makes more sense to do. So it would check the message queue every 2 seconds to see if there's more than 0. And then, if there isn't, clear the interval. Oh, not year 6. What if I do something like this? Function. You don't think that's it? No, I think that's it. It's just you put window dot set interval. I think. It's kind of weird. I don't know. It's kind of weird how they've written it. It's the same for set timeout. It's got like a weird prefix thing. I don't know. I think maybe it's just using it. Maybe I don't even need to have the window bit. I can just write set interval. So what if I have a function that's like log events left, log events remaining, and so I would probably define the set interval as soon as the document loads. If message queue length greater than 0, so it's going to run this every 2 seconds, I think. That interval calls this every 2 seconds. So every 2 seconds it's going to check if the message queue is greater than 0, and if it is, then console log, oops, something's playing ready, waiting 2 seconds. This isn't going to replace the check messages function, because the check messages function is going to... Oh, maybe it could actually. I don't know. We'll just see if this logs. I can just copy this. But hopefully this will cut down on the clutter. Okay, so that's that. And just for debugging, I'll write no events in queue. And that should go every 2 seconds. And then if I do var, oh, shouldn't write var. I can do const, right? Gonna change. Log events interval. Set interval syntax for that, the function, and then delay, and if there's any parameters. Okay, so log events remaining, no parameters, always use const. Okay, I believe you. Is that... So use const for you know, the value will change. Let in this, something I didn't understand was variables which cannot be reassigned new content. Okay, that makes sense. This only makes the variable itself immutable, not its assigned content. But it just set up here, reassigned to new content. Unless it means if a constant is an object, then it will stay an object. It can't become an integer, but you can still affect properties of the object. I guess it's just what I had trouble wrapping my head around. All this every 2 seconds. I don't need to, well, I'm going to anyway because I've done it for the rest of my code. But I don't want to do something and then not do it. Okay. About how arrays and objects are defined. Alright. Hopefully over the summer I'm going to be getting to grips with ES6 and we shall see after that. Okay, there you go. So it's saying no events in queue and it runs that every 2 seconds. And then if I get... Wait a minute. Okay. That's fine. So say for instance, when you assign an object or array to a variable, you're assigning a memory address to data space. Makes sense. I guess, well yeah, so I guess the objective of using let and const let is to minimize the impact of variables and not letting unused variables take up memory space. Const only cares about the container, not the contents. This means you can have elements come in and out. Okay, makes sense. So hopefully the queue shouldn't... Oh, so it only says that every 2 seconds and it doesn't spam up the queue like it did before. Or I could just... Actually no, because it has to call... It calls check messages every 2 seconds, so it probably makes sense to have it every 2 seconds, just so I can see when it's actually doing it. I wasn't saying anything. I was just waffling. Well, that's useful. Now we'll see if it goes back to no events. No events in queue. Cool. I think basically a lot of this junk is animating. I'm defining default X and Y values and then animating it based on delays. That probably takes up most of the room. I think the functional code actually has very little space. Or actually towards the end it gets kind of complicated with calling the APIs for like profile pictures and stuff, but speech. So this was the timer class that I picked up, but as prototype, so that would probably be a better idea to the class instead. I don't know if I'll end up using that. Okay, so what was I doing? Timer stuff, that was the poll stuff. Those were my notes. Oh, those are the string things that you think. Trying to work out if I should start trying to add this, or if I should probably wait. I don't really have many other, I don't really know what else. Oh, looks interesting. So that's the use of reduce, and then instead of, since ES6 now supports the array functions, it literally just combines that into this. That's super cool. Now I'm just trying to think of commands where I would be able to implement this. I already have a shout out command. The poll one I will continue working on. What other commands does Twitch usually have? I think I was looking at Wisebot. Warning system, interesting. Oh, maybe a multi-twitch command. And it could bring up like not screenshots, like people's streams, or not people's streams, the thumbnail of their stream. That would be interesting. Strength level, betting system. Maybe a game. I guess over the summer I can brainstorm some ideas and see if I can implement those. Oh. So I'm just checking my phone. It's an email. Are there, I'm wondering, ES6 questions? ES6 interview questions and answers. Yikes. What's ES7? And ES8? I am not ready for that. That's not what I wanted though. Practice exercises. This would be super useful. I'll do this over the summer. Where's something that I've looked at already? App. Is there a reduce? Can't see it. Oh look, there's let and const. I'm guessing you get a bunch of errors and then you have to try and fix it. Run tests. Okay, so that just does this. Oh, okay. So let me take a look. That restricts the scope. Yeah, that makes sense. What are these? Oh, are these back quotes? Okay, just for quoting. So this would let would var x be just in this if, or would that be in this entire thing? Var x is not defined. So would this need to be var? Okay. So that's okay, because obviously, so this variable was inside this if block, so it couldn't evaluate that. Let restrict scope inside the block. Go back. I'm probably going to be heading off soon. I don't know if I want to start trying to write new stuff or like kind of run around the thing. This is just a website that I found, which is like ES6 practice exercises, which I think could be pretty useful. I'd probably try to do it over the summer, or I might try to do some on stream before I go. It might be good to learn by doing, instead of trying to write completely new code. Ooh. Why is the light not turning on? Okay. Ugh, the light keeps turning off, and I have to keep getting up. Right. So I did this. Okay, so that works. That's fine. So this one, the error is let restrict scope inside block. Well, I know that already. So this, I guess, just needs to be let. Wait, so why these look the same, but why did this one? Oh, right. Because they're making you write unit tests. I didn't write any of this. Like, I'm literally, they gave me this code and I'm just changing one or two things, make it work. So inside this, but this one is just getting the variable, because this is now scoped. This is scoped outside this block, so this can grab that. See, that's easier to me. That's easier to understand. I've defined it here, and I can use it here, but then I can't use var. Sorry, I can't use this variable outside of this block. But then things like let, I suppose it's obviously it's more efficient memory wise. Introduce you to the structure of unit testing. Well, looking forward to that. That restricts use and for loops. Wait, is that? Oh, there's still two left. Oh, okay, so it's this one. So for, I'm guessing this needs to be let key. Let use for loops. Wait. Let object this. No, yeah. Okay. So that's still all inside this block, right? That's just this is confusing to me. Like, that's not doing anything, is it? Why is that blank? It's within the for loop block. A lot of this stuff does nothing because they're teaching you scoping. Okay. That makes sense. This is literally just... okay. That's fine. I was just curious. Create artificial scope using curly braces. That's funny to me. A lot of people either just call them braces, and I guess curly braces is kind of more descriptive. So I guess this can be let. Well, obviously they're literally just giving it away with let X. Okay, so if I were to have this like how it was up here, X is not defined, but then if this was var, it still works. Interesting. Almost spilled my water everywhere. Right, I'm gonna take a look at the const one. So that was that. I'm gonna try and work through all of these during the summer and we'll see. Const. Const is like let plus read only. Makes sense. I wonder if they have more, obviously after passing some of these are beginner. I wonder if maybe it goes to advanced afterward. Const scope leaks to scalar numbers or values are read only. So where is it defining const? Okay, this const. Okay, so I can't redefine that. So is that right? No. Oh. Wait, I got a passes 1. Or is that by default? No, that's just by default. So I can't do this then. Okay. Because I can't redefine. Makes sense. Const string, I am a const. Const string, can't change you. Well, obviously it's a const that is read only, so that makes sense. Complex types are not fully read only. Oh, this is what I was confused about. So, like you said, it's assigning the memory address to a complex type, but stuff can still go in and out. So, like an array. Wait, what's this? Const types are not fully read only. So a const array, so this is an array. Array 0 equals 42. And an object, for example, const object x is 1, but I can make it equal 3 if I wanted to. Sweet! Oh, this is what it was doing earlier. Const scope leaks. I can put it into a block, obviously, because it is a constant, so I can use it anywhere. What's this option? Oh, right. As it is. Oh, I'm going to take a look at arrow functions. Arrow functions are a more convenient and shorter way to write a function. Are shorter to write, obviously. So var func return I am a func. Single expression without curly braces returns 2. Without curly braces. I wonder if I gave it curly braces if it would say I'm right. Oh, never mind. Okay. So var func. Okay, so yeah, that's a single line, and I don't need to write the return bit. Cool. One parameter can be written without parens. Never knew how to pronounce that word. I've always just called them parentheses. I suppose parens, right? One parameter can be written. So var func equals e param minus 1. One parameter can be written without parens. Oh, right. Wait, what? What is it wanting me to do here? So this is missing these parens. Var func equals no. It wants you to type param from P. Huh. Oh! Param's not defined. I should have seen that. Okay, so this is where it, oh, right. So the param... Okay, so this would this can be written like this, or it can be written without. Gotcha. And then I can write it without param like this as well. Ah, and then okay, so this one, many parameters require parens. Okay, so param2, param1. Pause this and that. Chunk. That. Okay. Body needs params to return an object. Okay. So this is all about params. Yeah, params. Oh wait, no, wrong. Needs. Oh wait, does this need to be wrapped? Okay. Makes sense. So I could, since that's a single parameter. Huh. Pretty cool. There's a lot of stuff to get through. I think what I will do is have a look at these. Over the summer I won't be able to stream, sadly. But I will try and get through and learn ES6. That'll be a nice task to keep me busy. Hopefully we'll see how much I've learned or not learned when I get back in September. But yeah, I think for now I'll just keep working through the code and doing what I can. I'll go over your code again. But are those links permanent? I can go back through the chat to grab them. Hey Toxie. Hope you're having a nice evening or morning, wherever you may be. A-spin does expire. I've got the links open at the moment. After the stream I can just copy them into into Notepad, if you don't mind. Hope you didn't spend long on that just for me. That was really nice of you, so thanks. Oh, there's a bunch of other websites. Oh wait, this is just evaluate. Oh, they've got a interesting. Damn, there's quite a few resources out there. Cool. One little programming exercise, something to take my mind off from my old projects. Now, if you probably don't have trouble with your other projects, but if you do, then I can only imagine how much more complicated they are. This is super cool because I only started doing JavaScript the last 5 months. I don't really have any like formal learning of it, so I think working through a bunch of exercises would be super cool. But yes, it is 4. What's my uptime? My bot got in front of Stream Elements. Not too far from me. There's more knowledge of physics. Well, I'm enjoying it so far, and well, my background is in biology, and it only started doing more computer science stuff this year, so I'm enjoying it a lot. Started summer 2017. Cool. I started mine more around winter. I got into ActionScript 3 at first, and then a bunch of stuff that I wanted to do just couldn't do in ActionScript 3, and obviously because Flash is being removed in 2020, so then I switched over to HTML5 and JavaScript, and yeah, that. And it will be super useful too, obviously because JavaScript is everywhere. Does that make some of my habits make more sense? Using var everywhere. I think that's an ActionScript 3 thing, right? Using var everywhere. And prototyping. Yeah, it's not exactly the best language, but a bunch of stuff that I did in that transferred over to JavaScript, so it was useful for getting started at least. But now I'm kind of in a weird JavaScript / AS3 hybrid, so definitely identified it as someone being new to a language. I didn't think too much about okay. Yeah, I don't really have... I think this is probably... I do know some of other languages, but not really a great deal. I don't really have any formal computer science learning, or in terms of like hardcore programming. A bunch of computer science stuff I'm doing at the moment is more system development stuff, but not really anything to do with programming. So it's kind of just what I'm doing in my free time, but it's super interesting to me, so that's fine. I can brush up on my JavaScript. Lightly programming for 7 years since I broke my I was about to say program. My brother is a programmer. Programming is pretty much all I know at this point. Oh, that's not a bad thing. Program. There seem to be a lot of resources here. Damn it. Knew that was gonna happen at some point. I'm not sure where it's cut out. But I was just saying I'm probably gonna head off of here and go sleep. But thanks again for the hay spins. But I add the exercise page. Oh, I didn't think I anything there. But yes, thanks again for the hay spins. They were super useful. I'm probably gonna go over those multiple times and catch up on functions videos because I like how he presents them. And also the coffee intro kind of threw me off a bit, but in a good way. But yes, hope you have a good night as well, and I'll catch you next time.